Ladies and Germans, how you all doing? This is Con Ulrich.
And I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
And guys, we're bringing you some more Asian Steel Division League. Actually, Ryan, we got to come up with a new name for that, don't we? I think, don't we?
Yeah, maybe SD League Asia.
Sounds even better. I like that. So SD League Asia play is coming on today, folks. On St. Mary Glees, we have ourselves a real treat, don't we? What do we got?
Well, on the left-hand side in blue, we have Theoman222, but you won't be using 222s because he's playing as the Polish Armored Division. And on the right-hand side, we have Gnef playing as the brand spanking new, highly vetted 2nd Panzer Division.
Super exciting to hear actually about that 2nd Panzer Division. Now, since guys, we've not seen these guys in any sort of cast whatsoever, Ryan, take us through real quick. What's the quick and dirty on the 2nd Panzer?
2nd Panzer, pretty good. There's veterancy all over, some real fun units. He's going to be bringing out that Suicide Bogard IV or 4 model. I haven't really had much success with it, so see if Gnef can do anything. But Panzer 4 and A phase, high veterancy, a lot of mobile, like smaller units, nothing like too big. It's not like 21st Panzer, you can plop Pack 43s down on the ground. But you got a good B phase with a lot of money. And then once you get into, well, C phase, you got some more tanks. But the funny thing is you can only get one Panther in B phase. It's Recon Panther. But, yeah, they're a pretty good division overall from just my testing. They're fun to play. It's very mobile, very aggressive. But it's not like 9th Panther where you don't really get anything too heavy because you got Panthers, baby. A lot of them.
Sounds excellent. Now, interestingly enough, it looks like the Poles are looking to take a very, very aggressive position against that 2nd Panzer Division. And Gnef, perhaps bizarrely, is not being too aggressive himself. Does that play against the 2nd Panzer here or no?
A little bit, because you kind of want to get your early game attack, try to get on the flanks. It seems like he's going to be playing a little bit for the town, taking some Sturm Pioneers, the good flamethrower troops. It's definitely going to help out against Pose. But Pose, Theoman has a Staghound locking right down the center, and you're going to be engaging with the anti-tank half-track, but it's going to be a bit of a crapshoot back and forth. And look at
Now, I might be wrong here. How does a driver get wounded if that thing is remote controlled?
Yeah, I was about to say that, Con. Yeah, that's a very, very good question.
Oh man, it might even blow up though. Here we go.
Kaboom!
Blow up, damn you. I mean, yes.
Okay, it made
success.
It made a kaboom, and okay, it did pretty good damage. Okay, it didn't really. It killed like the leader squad, and the rifles are pinned down, so that's gonna buy him a bit of time.
I don't know. I call that a big victory right here. There's no more AP in the middle of that round. Middle of that. We have that one Staghound. That Staghound's not going to be anywhere close to that 250.
And now the Sturm Pioneers getting in. I mean, flamethrower troops again, regular rifles. The flamethrowers win. And good call bringing out the flamethrower troops, especially on this map, because you know that town is always very important, and we see a lot of German Panzer divisions always have trouble in that town and A.
That is certainly true. Now, early on, it doesn't look like we see too much in the way of heavy material from the 2nd Panzer. You said they bring in Panthers later on in the game. You said, what, an early phase AP4, did you say now?
Yeah, they can get 2 of them, which is pretty good. But we're not going to be seeing any of that. It's we do have a, what's it called? It's Pack 40 up north. But pretty much using half-tracks, light vehicles, not going too balls to the rule. Seems like he's trying to make a bit of progress up north, but I can understand why maybe not getting the Panzer 4, as, you know, it's a bit more of a CQC map. Don't want to be risking that rather expensive unit early on, 140 points for a tank. In A phase is a bit of a big deal.
That is certainly true. Okay, so how do the Poles stack up against this? We do see up down to the north, the half-track goes down courtesy of that 57 mil. But how do the Poles stack up otherwise?
Well, they can get 2-star sections, which is always a lovely option. For town, best way for the Poles to take it, just try their infantry spam in, use their fire support. The Poles can get a lot more tanks, really, in B phase with the Shermans and like Fireflies, Achilles, etc. And it's just going to be about making sure Theoman doesn't get like a huge Panzer force out and rolling and trying to stop any crazy like half-track rushes on either of the flanks. But he's doing pretty well as he's starting to retake some territory in the ground with some good carrier play. You know, the carrier is about to run into a Panzerschreck and goes the carrier.
Indeed. Now, we do have another one of those, let's say, trap tracks coming on in.
That's good. That's good.
Well, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
You know? How expensive do those things line up? If memory
40
serves,
points.
take us 40 points, and it's 4 to a card. I want to say, right? Am I
Yeah,
wrong
it's
with
3
that?
to the cards, and you can get.
Oh, 3 to the card, exactly. There we go.
I don't like unit personally, as I'd much rather have a unit that will actually survive and kill more on a few things. I don't find it very cost efficient for 40 points. But Gnef's already been doing a pretty good job with them, so hopefully he can keep it up. And he's also getting the Panzer IV down south to try and counter his Stag and Stuart. Yo, I think the Panzerschrecks may be able to just deal with that by himself, to be honest.
True, one shot, one kill.
Kaboom.
Actually, no, he's got picked up another kill already, so I think he took out maybe a Universal Carrier down to the south, I might want to say.
Yeah, and as this, like, I really love the second Panzerschreck anti-tank gun combo, as it works so well. As the anti-tank gun on the half-track is very good at killing light vehicles. It has a pretty good fire rate of 12 rounds a minute. And then the Panzerschreck, Panzerschrecks are great. Get Panzerschrecks if you can, guys. They're worth the points.
Like Dunkin' Donuts, they are certainly worth the trip. Now, internal fragments are going to completely and totally take that guy out of action, and that machine gun's not going to do much help either.
Yeah.
But that P4, like you said, is moving on in, and you know what? I think that Stuart might even run afoul of that Shrek team.
Yeah, it definitely seems so. I mean, it's very easy to get a Shrek team very close. Yeah, I know that Rifle Squad is
beautiful. Nope. This screams Dead Stuart.
Yeah, it does. Can he actually see it? Because it is pretty close, even though it's not actually.
Now he's got to get to the other side of that tree line, and then he'll get one shot off, and then he's got one shot, one kill. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, 2 stars you shouldn't miss, especially at like 50 meters.
But stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. And that was beautiful. beautiful.
Well, and that Shrek has paid for himself more than a few times. Cromwell coming to the north, by the way, more infantry to the south than a machine gun. Is that setting up for a very defensive posture, or am I misreading that?
For the northern?
Southern, with that Lloyd carrier coming on in with another machine gun, other Vickers coming into the south.
Yeah, it seems like he's just trying to hold on to that choke point, make sure that nothing can get through. But with that Panzer IV and no real actual anti-tank from the pose, they're not going to have a good time. Up north, though, Gnef's actually taking some pretty good ground with his Spar Troops and Panzer Grenadier combo. Here's a Cromwell coming up, and he has he has the Pack 40 actually, but the Cromwell is not going to be getting into that Pack 40's line of sight.
I'm just trying to figure out. He's bringing on in with the Junkers.
Bombs. So he's a cluster bombs, and as you can see, you don't fuck with cluster bombs.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's such a good unit because as it just destroys infantry, absolutely destroys them.
What's that? 14 bombs I want to say for the entire payload as well. That is no joke.
I know, and it's just lots of boom, and it's just Crick has no time to, try and outmaneuver the bombs as you sometimes could. But his Cromwell is starting to sneak its way around, and it's probably going to run afoul to that Pack 40.
Well, here's the question. Okay, so what does the Junker bring for anti-air defense? Because I can imagine that the Poles will just start bringing in a couple of fighters to take it on down.
Yeah, you could pretty much get one Hurricane. It is faster than the Hurricanes, but if you're already in the target area, like you don't call it in right as the Junker gets brought up, you can usually get the kill. And in terms of anti-air defense, all it has is like one machine gun, really. No. I think it only has like one machine gun for the... one machine gun, 100%. That's my final answer, Khan.
Okay, I was just going to ask if that was your final answer. Do I win the $1 million? How about $1 million rubles? Does that work for you?
That's good. I was hoping for maybe like $1 million, like Zimbabwe, but yeah.
Ah, that's true. But unfortunately, I left my spare change in my other pocket. Oh, do have to ask, okay, so we talked about the air power over at least on the 2nd Panzer, more or less. What do they bring for their own kind of anti-air? Are we expecting more 88s here? Are we just looking at light vehicles, light gun mounts? What are we looking there? Take us a little bit more.
So the cool thing about 2nd Panzer is that they can get a Gepard anti-aircraft vehicle, Khan.
Yep.
Yes, Turin, a 20mm Flak 38.
Yes.
Which is the little 20 mil. It's 90 points, but you got 2 20 mils. And it's just, you got a 20 mil within your 20 mil. What's not to love? And
That is
they got the
very
Flag
true.
36s and some fighters doing it. It's pretty standard, apart from Yats. And, yeah. I mean, looking right now, Gnef's making some banging progress down south with his Panzer Grenadier play, forcing the 6-pounder array. The Cromwell was getting sniped by the Panzer IV, and now Gnef's starting to get into this more open tank territory. His Panzer IV is going to be doing some damn good damage, and there's no real like anti-tank here from the Poles at all.
Is concerned about the northern flank, though. He's bringing a Panzer IV up to the north to support that Pack 40 and his now hard-pressed infantry. I think I probably just would have stuck another anti-tank gun to the north and just called it a day.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to be a bit more aggressive and actually take some territory. He doesn't have a leader unit, and yeah, I think the Cromwell, he's not going to go for the surrender, but Panzer Grenadier Squad is pretty buggered. And it's a shame because one of the downfalls of 2nd Panzer is the Panzer Grenadier Squad don't have rocket launchers.
That is certainly a downside.
Yeah.
Does that change as the game goes further, though?
They get the Sturm Grenadiers, and I hope we see a Sturm Grenadier, because they do have, not just a rocket launcher, but STG-44s, and they really do tear up the town.
I was going to say, you definitely were supremely excited to have those during, well, let's say some of the earlier trials for this DLC.
Yeah, I like weapons, and STG-44s, yeah, they're cool. But, looking at it, Thompson, or Theoman, I should really say, is whoopsie. But maybe I was a bit too fast on that run. But Theoman is managing to retake some territory down south. It seems like Gnef has slowed down a little bit, and we are right now into B phase. And Theo's he's sticking with the light tanks, only getting staghounds to try and reinforce the center. Hopefully that'll be enough. It's okay, definitely.
There's a Sherman coming in right now, though.
Yep, so that's definitely be enough to deal with that Panzer IV. And the nice thing for Theo is that he could be a bit more cocky in the town just because of that lack of Panzerfaust and the Panzergrens. Unless this squad being brought up is a, what's it called? A Sturm Grenadier squad. Which, that's a pretty hard thing to find in a town. It was Sturm Grens.
I don't know if I'd still be that aggressive. I mean, there's still is that Sturm Pioneer. So even vehicles, I think, are...
Yeah. And look at Sturm Pioneer, using the smoke to kind of like conceal his approach, so he can get in close and spread the love, the hot
light
love.
my fire anytime he wants to.
Exactly. And okay, there's
no
Panda Grenadiers.
P-Grens, that's it.
Yeah, Theo's making some damn good progress up north. The rifles pinning down, or almost pinning down that Pack 40, and they got the Panzer IV coming in to try and help out as well as a recon squad. So,
now, we are going to see that Cromwell down in the middle go down, but of course that was just the infantry support Cromwell. That's not really anything.
Yeah, it's not too huge of a loss. I mean, it's not like he's fighting a fully infantry division. But once again, the Panzer IV in the middle, it's still alive, and there's like 3 tanks yet it's up against. As it's just in a good position.
I was going to say, I don't even know where to look at this point. We have the Cromwell to the north dueling with a P4, driving it back for the moment here. And the shooter's been wounded on the P4, so in the center part of the field. So this could be a collapse of a German position, potentially. No, it's gonna be a Junker coming on in instead, just to completely freak everyone out.
I don't think that Junker's that great against tanks. So I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, it's not that great against tanks, as we can see.
Well, the spread, I imagine, is gonna be more than enough to keep most vehicles safe.
Oh, the Cromwell up north got its engine destroyed by the Pack 40, and now the Panzer IV's coming in to try to get the finishing blow. It's going to be a little bit risky because Jack Cromwell will probably get the first shot.
That seems entirely possible. There's a Vesp there as well, so if I were him, I think I probably would have dropped a round or 2 on the Cromwell first.
Oh no, Panzer IV's going to get first shot, and...
Driver wounded and falling back. Okay, that's a dead.
He can't fall back. Good luck, buddy. With no engine, you're just going to get kaput.
And the German goes and obeys your every command in just a second. Actually, Sturm Grenadier is in the middle part of the field, but he's already falling back.
Yeah. They're not too great in the open. They're really more of a town fighting type unit. But they're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Definitely sounds like it. Meanwhile, that P4 continues just to throw rounds downrange at those staghounds. Doesn't seem to do a whole lot, and more flamethrower troops are coming in for the Poles. So we'll see how they do on their own particular field here.
Yes, it's about whether the Poles can get into that town. That Panzer IV was really locking it down. I'm really impressed about how well that thing has managed to hold against pretty much 3 tanks. All he had to do, Theoman, is charge all 3 at once, and that's exactly what he's doing now. The Panzer IV now out of ammo, and this will be the time for Theo to make a push.
I have to tell you, I'm really excited to see those Sturm Grenadiers
Nope,
inside actual combat.
Yep, unless they get killed, because they're out in the open. And Theo is starting to make some headway. He's bringing another Cromwell into the center, a command Cromwell. So maybe Theo can make a breakthrough, slap bang through the middle. It'd be ballsy, but it's not entirely impossible. The only thing stopping him is really that Sturm Grenadier.
That is certainly true. Jagdpanzer coming down to the south, by the way, to put its own set of a band-aid against the Saperzi and the half-tracks. Meanwhile, to the north, P4 does take out a completely fresh ammo truck, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but that is still a severe loss, at least to me.
Yeah, I'd say it's quite a severe loss, because usually expect ammo trucks to survive the entire match, usually.
They're non-combatants, damn it.
Exactly. But, yeah, I mean, usually you don't see ammo trucks getting blown up all too much unless they're getting Panzerwerft.
Now, remind me here,
you cut out.
The division's got something very similar to that.
Can you help me out? You cut out the middle. Could you just repeat the question?
The 233 that we're seeing down to the south. There is only one other division, I feel like, who has that. It's either 233 or the 223. Not for the life of me remember who that is.
I never really see him too much because it's just the 75mm and most people take the 20, but I don't know, maybe like Rindown?
Maybe.
You don't see him just much in general. It's always an old thing seeing that headless, reared Puma knockoff. He was going to be supporting Jagdpanzer as it is slowly making its way as well as some Panzergrens. It's going to be a little bit difficult for the Jagdpanzer in, such close range fighting. The Staghounds could outmaneuver him, but...
Could outmaneuver it, but it's not going to outshoot him.
Exactly, and even at range, the Staghound is still going to have a little bit of trouble penetrating the thick skin of the Jagdpanzer.
Well, the Jagdpanzer has this beautifully thin little shot over here, but he's not going to be able to take it, just barely not seeing enough.
I see. That's tight as a tiger.
Yo, that's a kitty there for you, so.
And some Grenadiers down south, hopefully, I don't know, it's going to be a little bit dicey against the Saparese. I think the Saparese aren't going to dare open fire because they just get lit up by all the vehicles.
Sounds about right. Maybe we're trying to get one of those Fausts on in there. The Panzerfaust 62, so this is actually not even really accurate up as much as the other ones might be.
No, it's the same as the other ones.
Forgive me, for some reason I flashed back to a historical thing for a second. But that's besides
I know, right?
I always go back and forth about this. I want to see the Panzerfaust be different, but...
Yeah, you can, you can shoot a Panzerfaust 150 meters when it has 60 meter range. You can throw a satchel grenade 100 meters. That's plausible.
Well, most of those guys were in the Olympics, so...
Exactly.
Shot putters all. Now, I am surprised to see that we aren't seeing any sort of supply truck to repair this P4.
Yeah, that is...
There we go,
never mind. Right on the whistle. And, yeah, definitely getting out Panzer IV up and running. Down south, the Saparese do get spotted. And just going to get shredded up, as you can see. And this has really been quite a back and forth match, Khan. I mean, the Poles, Theo's managed to take ground. Then, he loses it. Same back and forth with Gnef. But the main thing is Gnef is still holding that down. And that is giving him that slow +1 point advantage.
Well, let's also give a quick call out. There's a Puma to the north that's just really holding down the flank. Between the P4 and that, they've pushed back. They've stopgapped this Sherman. Damaged, and I cannot wait to think that there's going to be a close-range firefight in just a second here.
Yeah, and really I think what's helping Gnef is just that point discrepancy in B-phase between him and the Poles. He can just get so many tanks. He's not getting out Panther. He's just using more lighter vehicles as, quantity over quality. In this case, and that makes sense. I mean, you can get like 3 Pumas for like 1 Panther for the bloody 2nd Panzer Division. And look, this Puma's going to be able to flank his bloody Sherman, and that's That's always a good move.
Very, very true. Now, in the meantime, now that leader, one lone guy firing tons and tons of Piats. Never mind, there he goes.
There he goes. And yeah, it's, the Germans managing to move while being bailed out. You know, it's not going to be moving anymore when it's been blown up.
Well, and this Puma's not going to have a field day shooting at all of these charging Bedford trucks.
Oh, jeez. Yep. And really, at this point, you know, Gnef is more vehicles on the field. And even down south, we've got a Puma about to run into a staghound. And I give it to the Puma, but nope.
Falling.
Nope. Just that split second, really.
I am stunned for myself to see that we haven't seen that same kind of usual meat grinder match that we always seem to see on this map.
Yeah, I mean, St. Mary Glees, whether it's duelist or regular, is always back and forth in the town of artillery up the reserve. Speaking of artillery, Fieldmans do have a sexton on the field. But Gnef's has been holding it pretty well. You know, finally, Theo is moving in, getting his tanks a little bit close, and he's going to be paying the price, the iron price, as he gets Panzerfaust by the Sturmgrenz.
Any second.
Yeah.
Nope, not yet. Oh, he's charging on in. He's going.
He's going. He's going for the finisher.
Well, it's in true Olympic fashion. He's going for gold, and he gets it.
Yeah. And see, Sturmgrenz are just holding the town pretty well. We do have some more Saparis being brought in, and they be able to, I know, the Sturmgrenz, they can just Panzerfaust the half-tracks.
Yep.
That's not good. And he kills one squad, but the Sturmgrenadier is about to kill the other. He has some off-map. The Panzer II off-map, which is a lovely off-map little vehicle. Because you're essentially just paying like 60 points, or like 55 points for off-map, and then 55 points for a fully functional Panzer II, with good recon optics, not mind you.
Now, unfortunately, I feel like he kind of rushed that call down. I think he was trying to save his infantry. It's not going to happen, though. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if most of his artillery lands to the west of the intended target here.
That definitely seems to be the case, as Theoman has managed to get a nice little foothold in that town, and we are seeing some more infantry from Gnef. Probably some more Sturmgrenadiers is what I am going to be guessing.
Definitely seems like a possibility. But the question is, has it come too late? I mean, Gnef is up 57-43. He might even get that +2 if he pushes a little bit more aggressively in the south, I feel like. Yeah.
It definitely seems so, because down south, he's got the Jagdpanzer, and that's really, like, unstoppable at the moment. Nothing, yeah. And up north, I mean, the Panzer IV and Puma, going to have a little bit of a tough time against the Wolverine, as you can see. Oh, how the hell did that bounce? But,
because clearly there is a god. That's how.
But really, Gnef's managed to hold on to the town long enough, and even though he's starting to lose some progress in it, he's just managed to buy time for him to take the flanks, and take the flanks he shall. And it's just too much of a meat grinder here. Gnef has all these half-tracks spread around, and Theoman doesn't have anti-tank weapons on his infantry, so, you know, he's not bringing out the motorized Polish troops through the Piats. So, what are you going to do against a bunch of 2-5 runs? Not a lot.
I'd be shelling the bejesus out of him, but that's just me.
I mean, he can get close enough and flame and maybe throw a grenade in the top, but,
like that one support teacher just did just now?
Yep, but here comes the half-tracks. Please be some Grenadiers.
No,
Pioneers.
Pioneers are just as fine in this case.
I love Pioneers too.
Even though we are seeing half-tracks by the farm actually pretty quickly.
And do you have a Panther?
Panther A.
A Panther.
Ooh, and he's not going to get any sort of employment whatsoever. Maybe engaging a couple of these infantry squads.
I think that's really just going to be the nail in the coffin, yeah, for Theoman. He has no real armor threats, no real anti-armor to deal with this. He's losing his progress in the town. He just couldn't deal with 2nd Panzer just amassing such a large force of armored vehicles. And, you know, a lot of it was just regular old half-tracks and Pumas. There wasn't anything too heavy.
And that's more than fair, but here's the question. is it that he didn't understand how to fight the Second Panzer necessarily, or was it just that the Second Panzer outlasted him? Like,
I'd say
was this new divisionitis or no?
I think it's a little bit of new divisionitis. I'm having a little
Mm-hmm.
bit of new divisionitis personally, just casting it,
Okay.
trying to figure out the whole.
Yeah, that's
You know, I
certainly
played
true.
him a bit, but still trying to figure out the whole momentum and how to efficiently use them because it hasn't been even been out for a week at the time of recording. But I think for
Mm-hmm.
Second Panzer, like a really good tip if you are gonna fight him is you need anti-tank up the butt. You need to kill the half tracks. You need to kill the light vehicles. Everything. Try to have infantry AT in towns because the Second Panzer's like big, advantage is highly vetted light vehicles which get eventually backed up by some heavier vehicles. So if you can stop the light vehicles from getting out of hand, as we
Mm-hmm.
saw, it would have helped. And all the vehicles, the Panzer IVs, the Pumas, easily killable with Polish equipment, especially when you have 16 pounders eventually. But he just had a trouble killing them and then just got outnumbered.
Well, that was definitely a mouthful, but
Yeah,
so basically, your idea for the story for success, get some more AT, whether
yeah,
it's by foot, whether it's by train or rail, whatever,
yeah.
just throw it in there and throw it back those half
Yeah,
tracks. Sounds about right?
it's like Ninth Panzer. You just need to try to kill all the light vehicles ASAP. Don't let them amass into a big death ball.
Very, very true, because suppression does still win games.
Damn right. Damn. I think I managed to make more pushes by getting surrenders and actually killing units.
Hey, it still counts.
It
It
still
still
counts.
counts.
It still counts.
Look at the KD. Looks like starting to swing out of that 50-50 later on in the game. There's a couple of
Mhm.
P4s that definitely perform rather well.
Yeah.
But all in all, I mean, other than a P4 or two, no massive standouts,
No,
or
nothing.
really on either side.
Yeah, nothing really. Nothing really at all. But just good use of vehicles. Yeah, from Gnef. Just used his arsenal very efficiently.
And it's definitely going to be exciting to see some more of the Second Panzer moving on forwards.
Mhm.
So, but that's going to do it for me. How about you? Any last final thoughts for
I'm
our
good.
listeners? Sounds good, folks. It's been great giving you some more of the Steel Division Asia division. And hopefully give you some more coming up very soon. And
Of course.
this is Con Ulrich.
Take it easy.